I haven't talked to too many people who, when I said I have ALS, and then I would put the little footnote on there, Lou Gehrig's disease. I haven't met anybody that hadn't heard of it. I also only met a couple of people that knew what it was.
I knew very little about ALS, other than that Lou Gehrig had had. It was like I was very high. Every other test, cholesterol, blood pressure, all the basic things that you check during a physical were all good. And I guess it was, I would lift weights several times a week, exercise, leading a very normal, active life.
And I was talking to the doctor, and she did some preliminary examinations. She goes, well, you have ALS, but you already know that. And I said, well, yeah, I do. But the only good thing that came out of that is she told me I didn't have to stop eating chocolate. She goes, you don't have to worry about diet. She goes, it doesn't make any difference. I said, so I don't have to give up chocolate? And she goes, no. I said, okay. Well, you've got to have some good thing, something to look forward to.
Then the drop foot happened, the leg weakness happened, and we thought it was curable. We had hope. We thought it was some strange affliction, whatever. Yet in the back of our mind, we always had ALS.
It changes your relationships with people. I don't know if they're afraid you're going to break, or they're calling. I have one neighbor that constantly calls, and she's a good friend. How are you? How's your pain level? You try to tell them, there is no pain level. But it affects the relationship, and it affects how, Frank used to be the type that he used to be on the board of directors here at the association. He can't do that anymore because he doesn't want to take the time for me. And he used to be one that would go out and help a lot of the neighbors out, a lot of the single women out with, things that were broken, and he doesn't do that. So it's affected a lot of things. It's affected, the dynamics of how we relate with everybody.
Has it affected our family tremendously? Absolutely. I don't care if it's emotional, financial. There isn't a part of the family that has not been ravaged.
And there's a cancer society, and there's all those kinds of things. And I just assumed they were fundraising groups to provide services or research or what. Quite frankly, I never thought much about it. And when I heard of the ALS Association, I sort of assumed they were the same thing. If the ALS Association is a sample of what support organizations do with health needs, then anybody who has a health problem ought to seek out that group, because I don't know what I would have done on a number of occasions if it wasn't for the ALS Association of Orange County. I just don't know what I would have done.
The outpouring of warmth and the support that comes from going to a group like that is immeasurable. I think first of all for me is to know that you're not alone, you're not suffering this alone, and then again this whole group is just, there's no pity parties.
I have nothing but wonderful things to say about that. I'm sitting in a wheelchair that I've had for a week. Prior to that time, I spent 7 or 8 months, since 6 or 7 months, I don't know what it is, in a chair that they loaned me. Now, when I needed that chair, I didn't need it 6 months from then. I needed it now. And it took 6 months to argue with insurance companies about this. I have a shower seat that they've loaned me. And so what they do in helping patients with the mechanical stuff they need is wonderful. But there's something else.
These people are just fabulous. The way meetings are run are fabulous. I mean, everybody they want to share ideas, they want to share their feelings, but they don't want to share their aches and pains with you. It's just incredible. It's been the best thing. I look forward to it, even though maybe the topic of that month is like something I really don't need to know about. Maybe it's wheelchairs. I don't want to miss it because I don't want to miss the camaraderie of being there and being what it gives you, and this support. And it's a great group. It really is.
Our funds needed, and they're not strictly for research. Some of them are just for patient services, and they're needed. And I would hope that that could be understood by people who ask what ALS is. It's a difficult, debilitating disease. There's no two cases alike. Some people have breathing problems, some people have speech problems, some people can't walk, some people can't use their hands, some people can't do all of the above. But it's a pernicious disease, and if you could participate in any way in getting rid of it, do so.